You know what's probably not going to be a mucky situation is Oregon playing Montana State. It's no knock on the Bobcats. Love Montana State. I love the brawl of the wild, but this is going to be a brawl, and it might get a little bit wild. I can't even find a line for this thing on BetMGM, which tells you translation. It's not going to be a situation where it should be all that pretty for Montana State. But here's the real thing to watch here. Dante Moore, we expect to be making his first start for the Oregon Ducks in this game. And the excitement and buzz around him relative to their last two quarterbacks, I don't want to say it's greater, but it feels different relative to just like their entry point into this lineup. Because when Bo Nix got to Eugene from Auburn, it was like, he's in a quarterback battle. Was this a good get by Oregon? Like, what's this even going to look like? And then he goes off and has a great career at Oregon. Now he's in the NFL. Like, happy ending so far for Bo Nix. Dylan Gabriel, when he got to Oregon, it was like great schematic fit, super efficient of sorts, played a lot of football, like high floor get, but you weren't talking about Dylan Gabriel and all this arm talent and the way that he was going to stretch the field. The conversation for Dante Moore is a lot more, hey, what could we do offensively? Hey, what could he be? And also for Dante Moore, we've said it ad nauseum now. Like, if you're going to get sick as an Oregon fan hearing this for another time, like, go ahead and hit the mute button for a second. Dante Moore has been in the system for 2 fall camps and 2 springs. That matters. Dylan Gabriel got a spring. Good luck, DG. Go get him. And, like, he did a good job. In his first start, he was phenomenal. He threw the ball, like, over 40 times, had great numbers, but the offense wasn't all that efficient. Like, they only scored 20-some-odd points. That roster last year at Oregon, that offense last year at Oregon was a lot better than scoring 20-something points in your first start. Bo Nix, his first start was against Georgia, got mollywopped. Now, different OC in Dillingham and Will Stein, but, like, the point stands. Only got a spring. Had a super tough opener against Georgia and Atlanta, and it was just bad for business. So I think when you look at Dante Moore and what you can expect and maybe want to see from his first start, I want to see this offense look a lot more cohesive and dialed in. And there's a lot of transfer pieces that you're going to ask to step up for you, a lot of new pieces, DeCorian Moore being one of them, the all-everything true freshman receiver that I think will have a huge year. But here's the thing. It's not going to be an inexperienced within the system piece at quarterback in Dante Moore. Now, it's going to be inexperienced for him when it comes to actually like playing college football for Oregon, but it's not going to be a situation where he's like totally still trying to digest the offense. You should digest the offense now, Dante. You should be all the way dialed in for our cues, our checks, our game plan, all that. Like, you should feel comfortable driving this car. So we're taking onto the highway now, but you've been whipping around the neighborhood now for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know how this whole thing works. And so when your quarterback's not a new piece you're breaking in, I think that should cause expectations to be higher for everyone else to be on a better starting point as an offense overall. Like, if quarterback is dialed in, we have a chance to be really good, is my whole take there. So when we look at this first start for Dante Moore at Oregon, I think it's definitely fair to assume that the offense will have a better first showing than a Dylan Gabriel had and then a Bo Nix had as well. So what I want to see from him, I want to see him in rhythm, kind of in line with that point. I want to see him catch, rock, throw, ball out. Because a lot of what Will Stein does offensively, he wins pre-snap. He wins with matchups. He wins with spacing, all those things. So when I'm Dante Moore back there in the gun, I already know I like my look to Corey Moore. I already know that Kenyon Steek's got a matchup that I'm going to take advantage of. I already know they're in zone. He's going to sit that thing down. We're going to throw it to him, 6 yards, get north and south, first down. Like, I already know that those plays are available to us, and I should already know them even furthermore because of how long I've been in this system. So with Dante Moore, I want to see ball out quick, see him in rhythm, see him play with great tempo. And if you play with tempo and rhythm, by nature of the system and the skill set that these receivers have, you should score a lot of points. And if you can do that against Montana State, I feel better about the Penn State game. I feel better about the Oklahoma State game. Just create some confidence, create a good vibe early on for the fan base, yes, but honestly, even more importantly, for y'all in that building in Eugene. I want to create some good habits and some good feelings for us before we go on the road and play in Happy Valley in a whiteout environment. That's what I would like if I was Dan Lanning or Will Stein or, heck, Dante Moore. As a fan, and again, this is kind of selfish. I've said it for a couple different quarterbacks, but I want to say it again. As a college football fan, as someone who's going to watch every single game on Saturday, I want to see what makes him different, though, from a Dylan Gabriel in this spot. And this is not knocking Dylan Gabriel. This dude's an NFL quarterback, undefeated season and Big Ten champion last year. I'm not knocking Dylan Gabriel. But we keep saying this. The arm talent of Dante Moore, a little extra juice, a little extra excitement. I'd love to see them just cut it loose a couple of times And not just cut it loose for the sake of cutting it loose, but like cut it loose and connect. I don't want to see a 45-yard incompletion to Corian Moore. I know he can throw the football far. I want to see, oh, hey, this is what we now have in the offense. This is now what makes our offense different in 2025. Yep, Evan Stewart dinged up. We hate that. Hope he is able to get back at some point this season. Yeah, we hate we lost Tez Johnson, but you know what? This quarterback and what he is, there's a reason why Sagapatelli, the starting quarterback at Cal, as a true freshman, showed up, saw Rose Bowl practice, said, nah, I'm good. I want to play. There's a reason for that. There's a reason Tez Johnson, during Rose Bowl media days a year ago, said he's going to be a Heisman finalist. Show us that. Let's get a little nibble of that, a little peek of that. I understand if you want to keep things close to the vest, but there's a lot of reason for excitement for Dante Moore with what he has physically as a just previously 5-star prospect, started as a freshman for Chip Kelly at UCLA. I'd love selfishly to get a peek at that. And honestly, too, if you're talking about game plan and confidence, knowing you can do it in a game-like scenario before you get to those games against Oklahoma State and Penn State, I think that would be a nice little way to walk into this whole thing, if it's me. All right? So, Dante Moore, Will Stein, go ahead and cut it loose a little bit, babe. We'd love that. We'd love that for you. We'd love that for us, and we don't apologize for it. All right?